what it means, like, what it means. What does that mean? It's so hard. I don't get it. A lot of people tell you to be that man. How do you actually be that man? How do you actually be that woman? How do you actually be that human being? If you are in this society where you want to reach so many things, and I'm really, really aware of this message, I'm really having this battle, this inner battle with myself every single day. Because, as I already said before, I don't have enemies. I'm my own enemy. My yesterday, my future. I aim to be that future. But at the same time, I keep being in this present because I have a mission of self-discovery. I know I have my enemies. I know I have my obstacles. I know everything about what's going on in my present. And because I'm aware of it, I know what I have to do, but the obstacles are really hard. And no one talks about that. Everyone's talking about being the perfect YouTuber or being the perfect scenario. Of course, I'm making advance. I'm making so many things that are, that I'm getting to that type of person that I want to become. I'm building it. I'm doing the work in order to become that person. I'm connecting my creator persona, my creator power in order for me to become that person. But maybe, for example, 4 years ago, I would embody myself. I would imagine my I want to be that man, right? But I was being so delusional, and that would keep in that very delusion cloud. I didn't know how to get rid of that. I knew it was a problem, but I was too comfortable. I was so immersed with the dopamine hits that I was having from it, because it would feel great. Like, it would feel great to just pretend that I'm this person, but I'm not doing the action to actually become that person. So I know I have this problem, and a lot of people have this problem too. It feels great to try to imagine embodying this person, but it keeps in that delusion, right? We are not taking action to actually become that person. And I know a lot of people actually went through that, or are going through that. I was 18 years old, and I was embodying that. I was living the mansion of my dreams. I was having the money that I wanted to have. I was having the partner that I wanted to have. I was having it's okay. Like, I had this clarity. I have this compassion to myself because I knew what I wanted. I want that. I'm not saying that that's for, with ambition or toxic or anything. No, that was a definition that I had back in the day, and I'm still working to become that person who deserves that. Because if I would keep that in a very delusional way, where are we going from it? And I didn't know that was a problem because I was too comfortable. I was too comfortable, to be honest. I'm trying not to be too comfortable. I'm tired, as you can imagine. Maybe my face is not that tired, but I want to sleep so bad right now. So I'm trying not to be comfortable. And I haven't been comfortable. I haven't been real stressed. Okay? Not because I started to overthink again, but because I'm actually doing a lot. I started to, be in this habit of doing much, of doing more. Stop overthinking and just do it messy, do it bad, but do it. So I started to embody this very lately. And I've been noticing that I've been connected to my discipline energy. I'm a Capricorn rising. So I have to build generational wealth. Not nothing Taurus too. But I'm an earth sign, and I pretty much that I have to become that man, become that gentleman, become that guy. I'm doing it. I know what is my purpose. Pretty much I already know what is my purpose. You can use astrology in order for you to discover a little bit more of your map, right? Of your energy, of your light, of your talents, of your weaknesses. Believe in when I say this, not a chart. I'm gonna be making a bit about it, but just to mention that and not a chart is really something that you need to know if you really want to discover yourself. I'm gonna make a promise about it. I promise. And just in short, I just want to say that discipline is not something that you should be aimed to learn. Stop watching videos just to the fact that you need to look for answers. You don't need to look answers. You just need to apply things. And by applying, you're gonna notice that it's gonna be super boring. It's gonna be super boring because you're not gonna have this dopamine hit where, hey, I might need the answer, and by watching it, maybe I'm improving my life, because I would feel like that way too. Believe me when I say this. Like, I was watching a lot of videos about discipline, and of course, a lot of people just want to grow their channels. I'm really aware of that, and that's beautiful because I'm doing it too. And by saying that, I just want to deliver value. I just want to live quality, the things that I experienced, the things that I've learned in my journey as a young man, and I just want to express from my point of view, from my experience, for what I went through, the things that I'm learning so far. Maybe one time in the future, I'm gonna be rewatching these videos and I'm gonna say, hey, I was feeling like that in the past. So this is my another version, and you guys were witnesses about this journey, because I'm being raw. I'm improving myself. I'm lifting weights. I started again to lift weights, or sometimes I just go punching with my punching bag. I meditate, I pray, I start to connect myself a little bit more, start to be more creative and all this stuff. And the whole point of this video is to let you know that you can do it too. Listen, you can be your own famous person. Like, you don't have to, for example, listen, you guys are being so consumers. Be your own famous guy. Be your own celebrity. Treat yourself like a celebrity. Treat yourself like, there's no way but with a healthy ego. You can use a healthy ego, listen to it, in order for you to become that version of yourself. Believe me, and a lot of people are using healthy ego. Okay? This is gonna help you to raise your own frequency, okay? And the value as a person. We are gonna have ego until the day we die. The people who says that ego is bad, it's bad if you don't know how to do it, if you don't know how to manage, if you don't know how to control it. But once you do it, or once you use it as your own favor, not only for yourself, but for the reason, for the people you also care about, is gonna turn a really miracle in your life. Believe me when I say this. Believe me when I say this. So treat yourself like a celebrity, and and trying to embody the word of discipline, but just acting with this ego, but just building your reality. By your building your reality and you being obsessed about that reality, you're creating that. And because you're creating that, your self-esteem is gonna be spiking up. I promise. I've been feeling like that. So when I try to link, with the word of discipline, I'm trying to link the micro steps that I'm doing in order to become that disciplined person. Because everything is a journey. You might have these priorities in your life, and I might have ones in very different orders, because you've been through different things before at first, and I'm doing it later, and maybe 3 times again. Okay, that doesn't mean that we have the concept of wealth, the concept of happiness formally, because we have different concepts. But what I can say about discipline, that is something that I learned so far, and it's something that I can also apply to you, is by just connecting to yourself, but with clarity, not with disorders or all of this insane storm. But believe me, I went through that. So I'm still going a little, but I was teenagerhood is really complicated. But essentially, discipline is when you keep doing what you love. Okay, Even it hurts when it's complex, you're doing it because you know it's gonna be sweeter. You know it's gonna be better. I know it's gonna be better. I don't feel it yet. Obviously, I embody that. I'm starting to embody that by doing micro actions, by just moving myself. Okay? If I wouldn't be moving, I wouldn't be making these videos. I wouldn't be at this time focused and try to be consistent and persistent about the things that I do. Because maybe you and I were coming from a society where you went to school and you were only programmed to be making homeworks and try to live the best presentation, or you were obligated to go to something that you as a kid, you don't understand the system, and once you grow up, you understand what this plan is all about. So you're trying to break that pattern stuff. I'm gonna be making another bit about that, but essentially you start to rediscover yourself. But what you actually want to define this word, discipline, by just doing over time with different things, connecting to what you actually want to accomplish. Don't listening to many gurus, but actually applying the whole thing. And by applying, it's gonna sound boring. It's gonna sound so boring, because that's the point of it. Applying is gonna be so boring. You're not gonna have this dopamine hit again, but you're gonna have a very different quality of dopamine hit once you started doing it and you started seeing the results of it. And once you start seeing the results from it, you're unstoppable.